This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
The best of the morning X. 99X.
A lot of renewed interest, obviously, in Titanic because of the movie. It's kind of cool because people, I'm guessing a lot of schools now don't teach that episode of history as extensively as maybe they once did.
I'm sure a lot of classes will go see the movie.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, if anything, educational. I was reading on the internet, they've got like 1,000 Titanic websites, and one of the things that I read yesterday was that had they not tried to avoid the iceberg, they probably would have survived.
Why?
Because the ship was built in such a way that a head-on collision would have probably just damaged the bow of the ship. But the way that the ship sunk, as we know now, is that it was a bunch of little gashes in the hull all along the whole length of the hull, and it opened up all the different compartments that were supposed to be watertight. So if it had just hit head-on, it would have just probably damaged the first little watertight compartment and not all of them, and they probably would have been okay, or at least been able to have been rescued, or at least it would have sunk at a much, much, much slower rate. But since they tried to avoid it, it just kind of gashed it along the side.
That's wild.
Yeah. So this is a woman who is 88. She was a year and a half at the time, and we thought it'd be kind of cool to maybe talk to her just for a few minutes. I know that with older people, it's hard to keep them on the phone for a real long time.
I'm not going to do the half-hour
Yeah,
interview.
Exactly. But just to be able to talk to somebody, I thought it'd be cool. We are a little early, so...
Hello.
Hi, good morning, Mrs. Schumann.
Yes, it is.
Hi, I hope I didn't wake you up.
No, but I'm not dressed yet.
Oh, no. Well, luckily it's the telephone and not the television. That would
I can get along without that.
That's right. I'm sure your phone's probably been ringing off the hook.
This is the fourth call I've had already this morning.
You know what? You're lucky it's only been 4. Have you been getting a lot of calls over the last, month or two?
Well, the last couple of days I've even talked to Hawaii yesterday morning.
Wow. Are you the woman who we've seen with James Cameron, who helped him out a little bit with the Titanic movie?
Oh, yes. I met James Cameron. I think our pictures were in the paper.
Were you the one that was on TV with him on Entertainment Tonight?
No, I wasn't on that one.
Now, you were how old when all this happened?
Year and a half.
A year and a half.
Did you have... Because a lot of people believe that there's no way you could have any memory from when you were a year and a half, but with something that catastrophic, is it possible that you still do remember certain things?
I only have one memory, and that of my mother was holding me in her arms, and the man in the lifeboat tried to take me out of her arms, and I didn't want to go.
I was curious because I know that you were third-class passengers.
Yes.
And most of the third-class passengers were not fortunate enough to get to boats. How did your mom manage to get up to the deck in time to get onto the boat?
Our dining room steward, Captain Smith, realized that the third class was locked below decks, and he sent him down to bring up small groups of people. So he came and rapped on the door and told us to follow him up to the boat deck.
So it was true to the movie when they showed the people locked down below, they weren't letting them up.
No.
Have you seen the movie?
Twice.
You have seen it twice?
Uh-huh.
How does it make you feel? What emotions surface?
Well, I was very sad when I saw the ship breaking up because it was such a beautiful ship to see it go to pieces like that.
Does a day go by where you don't think about what happened?
It's been my life story all my life. I never go anywhere but somebody doesn't point me out.
Does that bother you, or do you in some way, because you have to realize, and I'm sure you do, that you are the link, one of the maybe 6 or 7 remaining links in the world to one of the most incredible stories in world history.
I don't mind the attention. I like people.
Yeah. How many living survivors are there that you know of right now?
Well, 2, Melvina Dean in England and Michael Navratil in France.
Have you met them?
Yeah, have you met them or talked to them?
Oh, at conventions, yeah.
There is another woman that I spoke with in Michigan, Winifred, I think it's von Vanderloo, or...
I thought she died.
No, I spoke with her yesterday.
Oh, did you really?
She sounded very much alive when she hung up.
Oh,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, she said, and it sounded to me like she has, I don't want to say been hounded, because I'm guessing people have been nice to her, but I can see, she's 96 or 97 years old, so she's probably, doesn't handle all the attention as well.
How many people were you with on the ship when your whole family was there?
My mother, brother, and I.
Your mother, brother, and yourself.
Uh-huh.
You said your mother...
There were 2 Swedish girls that were traveling with us, too. One of them went down with the ship.
Did your brother make it?
Oh, yes.
You were very fortunate that all 3 of you from third class were able to make it onto a boat.
Well, my brother almost didn't make it because as they were lowering the lifeboat, Mom looked up and this one Swedish girl was holding Harold in her arms, and Mom told her to drop him, but she was so frightened she couldn't move. So a man standing next to her took him out of her arms and dropped him into the lifeboat.
I mean, I can imagine the emotion that was drawn out of me just seeing the movie. I can't even imagine what it would be like for you knowing you were there. I mean, you were 1.5, but you were there. And how old was your brother Harold?
4.
He was 4, so he must remember a lot more. He must have remembered a lot more and able to tell you.
He passed away now, but he never mentioned it. Never.
Never.
It was something to be forgotten.
Was it something that your mom also wanted to erase from memory, or did she often talk about it as you were growing up?
She and I, when we were alone together, would talk about it. But when others were around, she never talked about it.
How old were you when she started to explain to you what had happened and when you can understand fully the tragedy you were a part of?
Well, I guess I was in my teens.
Must have been very unusual for you in school growing up, learning about it, having been part of it.
Yeah. Now I'm getting phone calls from schools asking me to come in and talk to the children.
What was your experience like with James Cameron? What type of questions did he ask you when he was developing the movie?
Well, the rest that were there got a charge on it because they said they didn't know who was interviewing who, whether I was interviewing him or whether he was interviewing me.
Well, you wanted to make sure he got all the facts correct.
He wanted to know how I liked the film.
And you obviously did like it because you saw it twice.
Very much so.
Explain to me, I understand that there was another ship that was within sight, or at least another ship that could see the flares go up, and I forgot the name of the ship, not the Chicago.
I think it was the Californian.
The Californian, and it never, why didn't it react to the flares?
I don't know. Just ignored us.
That was what was fascinating to me, having done some reading on it.
Throughout your lifetime, did you ever go on a cruise ship again?
Oh, yes. I went in 96.
96? Which cruise line did you go on?
Royal Majesty.
Stepping on that had to be a bit uneasy after all those years?
No, I never was uncomfortable at all on that cruise ship. It was just like being in the house.
We're speaking with Mrs. Eleanor Schumann in Chicago. Actually, you're just outside of Chicago, who is one of the 6 or 7 remaining living survivors of the Titanic. And we do want to thank you for taking time out of your morning to speak with us, because it really kind of is important that we talk to people like you who were actually there. And so we, again, thank you for letting us spend some time with you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to the best of the Morning X. You can also catch it on the Morning X podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, or at 99x.com.
Hello, my loves. It's Lala Kent. Yes, that Lala. And if you're not listening to the Give Them Lala podcast, here's what you're missing out on.
I stayed with my 2 kids Mom and Kristen shared a room, and you and Landon shared a room. What the hell is going on? A lesbian couple, a gay couple, and then this
random woman with 2 kids.
So weird, but to me, it's the most common thing. This is my brother, his best friend, and my mom and her best friend. This is just how we roll. This is called The Pod, okay?
Give them Lala. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.